caught ya watching yet another Stardew Valley YouTube series. Listen, we're all a sucker for them. I am the same way. I love watching a good, long Stardew Valley playthrough. So I thought, you know what? Here I am. I'm gonna do it. My Stardew Valley obsession is in full effect. I don't know if anybody else is feeling this way right now, but it is in full effect for me. So I thought, you know what? Let's just ride the frickin' train and let's 100% this save. Ride the train. I literally don't know what that means. I've never gotten even as far as to marry somebody in Stardew Valley before. Before we get started, I'm gonna ask that you guys quickly give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. It's my first Stardew video, so kind of nerve-wracking, but it lets me know that you guys are interested in watching me complete this entire series. Now here's the look I decided to go with. You know, I really thought I was being original with this one, but it turns out that I have a file with the exact same outfit. I don't want to talk about it. And my favorite thing is 4 by One Direction. Don't ask questions. And I decided to stick with the standard farm. I thought it was the most appropriate for going for a 100% save, but I definitely want to create more farms with the other ones and have a little bit more fun with it. I decided I was really going to take spring super slowly because I totally lost any idea of what the pace of Stardew is like. So this really isn't some sort of speed run. This is definitely more of a chilled playthrough that I just wanted to take you guys along with me. I love watching Stardew playthroughs, so I thought you guys might like it too. Now let's get into spring, baby. Day 1 went as most day ones do. I cleared up a lot of space, planted the parsnips that we got in our little present, make sure everything was all watered, and then I headed into town to meet some of the locals. I visited Harvey at the hospital, went to Pierre's, met some more people, then some more people, and then some more people. And I was basically just trying to finish all the greetings. After doing my rounds, I went back to the farm and used what was left of my energy to just clean up the rest of the farm. Day 2 picked up a little bit. We got mail from Willie to go visit him. We watered all our parsnips, did some more cleaning. I made a chest. We had a little cutscene moment with Willie, and I got a fishing rod, and then met some more locals. Bought a few potato and cauliflower seeds so we can start making our coin. I don't know about you guys, but I personally cannot tell if I love or absolutely hate Spring Year 1. I feel like it's either easygoing and chill, or it's just like hectic craziness. Anyway, we wrapped up day 2 after just doing a bit more walking around Pelican Town. Day 3 was rainy, which is honestly the best days because you don't have to waste any energy on watering plants. I probably wasted some wood making a second chest, but honestly, my organizational brain really needed to do that to separate crops and foraged items from my materials. I fished in the river a little bit, did some more farm clearing and foraging, and then ended that day. Day 4, things definitely started to pick up a bit. I installed the Earthy Recolor mod. You can tell that the colors in the game look a little bit different. They look a little more cozy in my opinion. You'll see throughout this series that mods may change here and there as I decide what I like, at least through the first year of this series. I watered my cute little stash of crops that I have. The parsnips are looking almost ready. Then I went to fish on the beach just to make a little extra gold. I got a geode processed and we got our first crystal in alamite, which I think is one of the prettiest ones. Let me know your favorite crystal in the comments below. I got some beans because they are one of the only spring crops that allows you to keep harvesting without buying more seeds. So kind of a good investment. I watered the beans, played around with some visual settings, and I realized I like the game a little bit more zoomed out, and we hit level 1 fishing. Day 5, I did make a third chest. I know, definitely not necessary, but I really wanted to keep my tools in it. We finally got to harvest our parsnips and got 100 gold for doing that. We also got the tasks of building a coop and crafting a scarecrow. Going into town, I finally got the cutscene to begin the community center, which is huge, as many of you know. I brought a parsnip to Willie as he requested and got 105 gold for it, sold the rest of my parsnips, and used that profit to invest in some potato seeds. Finally donated the alamite to the museum and got 250 gold, so we are really ballin' over here. I got the quest to give someone a gift, and for some strange reason, do not frickin' ask, I bought a beer for Shane. I cannot remember why I did this, but I did it. The earthy recolor mod makes nighttime really dark if you don't have a glow ring, so I crafted some torches just to keep around the farm, and I used the last bit of my energy getting some more wood, and we hit level 1 farming. Honestly, all you need to know about the next day was that I met the wizard and I'm now able to bring stuff to the community center. Day 7 was a big freaking day, you guys. I brought the foraged items to the community center that are needed for the spring foraging bundle, which I highly recommend you do right away. And we officially completed our first community center bundle. Our reward was a whopping 30 spring seeds, which is kind of meh, but an easy bundle to complete nonetheless. Now, don't hate me, but I made a 4th chest. I know, I'm the actual worst. I don't even know why I did this. I genuinely don't think I even put anything in it. I planted all my new seeds and that basically wrapped up that day. Day 8, we got a morning visitor. Clint gave us a furnace blueprint, which is incredibly useful. We harvested some potatoes and parsnips, and I realized I need copper to craft a furnace. So it was officially time to hit the mines for the first time, baby. And the mines went how they generally do in spring year 1. I ran out of energy after only getting to level 4. Super unfortunate. I did end up with some copper ores though, but I decided to fully commit myself to getting enough copper to make a furnace. So much that I went back to the farm just to energize and then go back to the mines, only to make it to level 4 again. At that point, I had to call it a day. The next day, I got more potato seeds, got some geodes processed, and ended up actually donating 4 items to the museum. And those donations ended up getting us some cauliflower seeds, which is always great. I went back to the farm and planted those seeds right away because I'm sure most of us know how much of a pain in the frickin' butt it is to wait for cauliflower to grow. I brought 15 ores to Clint and got 180 gold for that, and I was still able to keep the copper. I honestly love Clint's tasks because they sort of force you to farm materials that you end up getting to keep anyways. After all that hard work, I treated myself by starting some decorating. And if you don't know, if you're new to Stardew, there aren't any real perks to decorating the farm besides the fact that it's aesthetically pleasing. And I'm a hoe for aesthetics. So you already know I started putting down some cobblestone and getting some fences up. Day 10. The most important day of all, the day we get our little kitty, aka my new best friend, aka my sole motivation for making this farm the best home ever. Yes, all of this for a pixelated cat that does not show affection besides a little heart emoji. I scrolled through the name randomizer, had a few particular favorites like Fartico, Jaturt, and Trongus. However, I ended up picking the name Shinx, which I put in, which is actually a really cute Pokemon that I love if you're not familiar with Pokemon. I crafted my first furnace, which will allow us to start creating bars out of ores that we get from the mines. The 10th is actually also Vincent's birthday, so I gave him a daffodil, just a simple little gift. I actually hate Vincent, and literally don't even ask me why. Anyways, I went back to the mines for some copper and actually made it to level 5 this time, which means we can now use the elevator. Day 11, I tested out a mod that changed my house just to see how I liked it. You'll notice there's a lot of unknowns within spring year 1, but I promise as the later seasons go on, I do figure out what I like. I got the quest to find Robin's axe, which I had already done before, so it wasn't anything too difficult. I harvested and sold some potatoes. Then I got the cutscene with Vincent and Jazz at the sewers, brought Robin her axe, and just those spring year 1 vibes. I bought some more seeds because we really hustling out here. Then I went to the ocean, caught a sardine for a quest that I was working on. I showed my cat some affection, then felt a little bit guilty about not watering their food bowl, and then I could finally peacefully rest, and we had a pretty profitable day. Day 12, I continued my mission to catch sardines and got my little reward from Willie. I donated one to the ocean fish bundle, got a ton of geodes processed, realized I actually had 2 river fish to contribute to the community center, as well as some spring crops. The rest of the day, I just spent harvesting some materials. Day 13 is the day of the egg festival, baby. But before that, I changed the style of my house again. I was just not vibing with the other one at all. Anyways, I decided the first thing I did was to buy some strawberry seeds with almost all the money that I had to my name, and decided to be responsible and not buy the cute seasonal plants, but honestly, don't recommend. I, of course, spoke to all the locals, doing my duty, trying to scout out who is going to be my lucky first romance in Stardew Valley. Then we started the egg hunt, and I lost Abigail. I don't even want to talk about it. I'm so embarrassed. I hate this game. Anyway, I went home and cried myself to sleep. The next day, believe it or not, I tried a different cabin style. I harvested some goodies, planted all my cute little strawberries. I guess I was really in the money moves mindset this day because I spent the very little money that I had left on even more seeds, but I completed the spring crops bundle, so it was really just a farming day for me. Day 15 was raining, thank goodness, because the amount of crops I would need to water is just not okay. I decided to, of course, hit the mines. I slayed in the mines, and not just the monsters, but I made it to level 10, which is the big slay, just like my new boots. What was not so slay was dying at level 14, but I lost nothing, so honestly, another big slay. The next day, all I did was change my house yet again. I think this is the one that stays, to be honest. And I did some lake fishing and donated to the lake fish bundle. Day 17, I headed straight for the mines. I was ready to hustle, and I actually made it to level 15 in the mines after many a slaying. And I also unlocked level 3 farming so I can craft a bee house. Also, can we talk about how cute the bee house is with this mod? In case you guys are wondering, I'll have all my mods and everything linked in the description. Day 18, I realized I had way too much of a mess on my farm to place a coop where I wanted it, so I got inspired to start cleaning up the place. The next day was a productive one. I went straight back to work cleaning up, and it was all worth it because I got to place the construction site for the coop, aka we can get little chickens soon. I then realized how broke I was, so I completed a delivery quest to bring Demetrius a flounder and got 300 gold for that. I also checked out the Adventurers Guild for the first time, spoke to some potential bachelors. Can you guys guess who I've decided to romance yet? And if you watch my Twitch streams, don't spoil it, because I know you know. You guys know I love to spend the very little money I have, so on day 20, I bought some more potato seeds, did some basic farming and cleaning up, and went to bed early because I had no energy in me. So, relatable. Day 21 is when I began streaming this farm to my Twitch community, which, by the way, if you ever want a place to hang out on the internet that's super chill, my Twitch link will be in the description below. I'd love to get to know you. I finally harvested some cauliflower and brought one to Jody as one of the main quests, and that's all that you really need to know about that day. Day 22, we got to harvest our strawberries and sell them, and we officially have our cute little coop now, which I will never get over this mod, literally ever. I got a thunder egg in a geode that day and donated that to the museum, and then Leah hit me with the hard-hitting questions and asked why I became a farmer. In reality, I wanted to tell her I played these silly little pixel games as a form of escapism, but I ended up just saying, it's more real than living in the city, whatever that means. I had enough materials to craft another furnace, and then I made 2 mayo machines so they are all ready for our chickens. I personally like placing the mayo machines in the coop. I said goodnight to my cat, and I officially unlocked the preserves jar crafting recipe, which look how cute my mod makes this preserves jar. After my basic farming tasks on day 23, I went to the mines to try to progress some more. I ended up battling for my life down there, but actually made it to level 20, getting a steel small sword. Day 24, Dad sent me 500 gold, which, hello, talk about a supportive father? Anyways, today is special because it's the spring flower dance. Now, I've done enough of these dances to know that I am going to be lonely the entire time in spring year 1. So I'll spare you the awkwardness of me standing in the corner by myself. Luckily, I had Shanks waiting for me in bed back at home, and honestly, that's all I need. I went to Marnie's on day 25 to buy my very first farm animals, a brown and white chicken. We named them Shock and Becca after my friends. You might begin to notice a theme of animals named after members of my Twitch community. I had 4 geodes I needed to get processed and ended up being able to donate 3 of those to the museum, unlocking the next reward, which was melon seeds for the summer and a decorative stone. And that's basically it for that day. Day 26, I was strangely flattered by the kindest gift of pizza from Shane, but that stays between us, she said on the internet. I bought some hay so that I could start feeding the new coop animals and I need them to love me, okay? I need them to love their mother. I discovered Haley hates me, so did some retail therapy after that and constructed a silo for the farm. I decided I wanted to keep things civil with people of Pelican Town, so I gifted Shane a pizza. It might have been the pizza that he gave me, but he doesn't need to know that. At night, I gave some gifts to the locals. I bought bread to give as a gift to Elliot. However, I accidentally mixed up Elliot and Pierre and gave it to Pierre instead. But luckily enough, it was his birthday. That night, I hit level 5 farming and got to choose a profession, and I went with the tiller profession, which means I will get 10% more on my crops. We also made bank that day. Day 27, I somehow lost the footage for, so moving on to day 28, I went down to level 20 in the mines to try and make some more progress, and I got absolutely swarmed, but somehow ended up actually making it all the way to level 30 in the mines, a whole 10 levels, baby. I went home and went to bed after ending that season on a bang. Thank you so much for joining me along in spring year 1 of my 100% save. Make sure you subscribe to the channel right now so that you do not miss out on summer year 1. And let me tell you, we make some real farm progress over the rest of year 1. I'll give you a minute to subscribe. Go, real quick, right now. Perfect. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching and happy gaming.